according to the Bible, you so-called white people are the children of Edom. Edomite, according to the Bible, you so-called white people are the children of Edom. You're not white, you're red. That's why I call you. You look more like your jacket. Your skin looks more like your jacket than it does within the eyes. Right? Yeah, Deadpool. That's the Deadpool. No, but listen, Paul, honestly, and I don't mean this as an insult. No, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. Honestly, but listen, are you this color, Paul? Stick your hand out. Look at that man right there. Is his face the same as his shirt? No. So you're not white. And what if it's your face the same as your shirt? You got a white shirt on under Deadpool. Because you're not, that's why I said you're an Edomite. According to the Bible, you're known as Edom. Let's get it. Give me Genesis 25. Excuse me? Right, and you're a fool for not being racist. Right, and you're a fool for not being racist. Right, and you're a fool for not being racist. Right, you're a fool if you're not racist. Right, because racist simply means to love your own race, Paul. Do we need to give a definition out here? Come on, Paul, man. Let's go. But anyway, let's continue on. Read.
Genesis 25, verse 23. Let me jump to 25.
Yeah.
Verse 25.
And Paul is confounded, man. The man don't know if he want to leave or stay. Shalom, brother. He don't know if he want to leave or stay. Paul is confounded. Read, King.
And the first came out red.
What the Lord say?
And the first came out red.
The first came out red.
All over, like a hairy garment.
Red all over like a hairy garment. Esau is red. And Paul was real red. Like I said, that man looked like damn Freddy Krueger, man. Right? Go ahead.
And they called his name
Nightmare on Hollywood Boulevard. Not Elm Street. No, don't folly. How could you not laugh at these devils, man? How could you not get a good laugh out of them? Read.
And they called his name Esau.
And they what?
They called his name Esau.
And they called his name Esau. Go ahead.
And after that came his brother out.
And no, it didn't describe his brother because Jacob looked like the regular natural color. What are you laughing at, Paul? Right, the joke is actually on you because you made mockery of the scriptures. You talking about right? You made mockery of the scriptures, Paul, so the joke is on you. But let's continue on, right? He's a mock man. Mock man from this point on, man. So I said the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And when you jump down to Genesis 36 and jump down, it says Esau is Edom. So that's why we call you an Edomite, man. Then when you further go down in Genesis 36, it said this is Esau, the father of the Edomites. So that's why we call you an Edomite. We don't have to get it, but it's right there. Read it for yourself. But give me Revelation 12 and 3. Revelation 12 and 3. All right, let's continue with this good word, right? All right, the Most High's word, 100. Doctrine of man, 0. Right, that's the score. That's the score. All right, that's the score. Shalom, brother. All right, that's the score. Most High's word, 100. Doctrines of men, 0. That's the score. That's the score right there. Read, King.
The book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon.
The Lord said, there appeared another wonder in heaven, a great red dragon. Come on.
Having 7 heads.
Having 7 heads, meaning the European Union. Meaning the European Union. Meaning the European Union. Right, come on.
And 10 horns.
And the 10 common markets. And the 10 common markets. And the 10 common markets. Good.
And 7 crowns upon his head.
Jump down to verse 9.
Verse 9. And the great dragon.
And the great dragon, good.
Was cast out.
Was cast out, good.
That old serpent.
That old serpent, come on.
Called the devil.
Called the devil, come on.
And Satan.
Come on.
Which deceiveth the whole world.
And that's how you can prove, according to the Bible, that the so-called white man's the devil.
He needs some milk.
That's how you can prove it, man. That's simple. 1, 2, 3. You go to Genesis 25 and show that he was red. You go to Revelation 17 and show that he became different nations. You go to Revelation 17 and show that he became different nations. You go to Revelation 17 and show that he became different nations. And then you go to verse 9 and say, that old red devil. Right? There you go. And now y'all want to get mad at us.
Now, I don't have a short attention span, and I don't just believe what people say simply because it looks good or it sounds good. Now, most people are the opposite. So basically, in this video, there are 3 points of contention. We're going to start with the first one, the Genesis 25 and 25. Red all over like a hairy garment somehow means the complexion that Europeans have. Now, he never showed a precept that proved it. All he did was jump to the book of Revelation. He never addressed how this redness equated to a hairy garment. He basically threw it away and then just jumped to the end of the book and equated Satan's quote unquote redness. Therefore, this is Esau, and again, there was no complexion mentioned. That he made zero connection to his original foundation, where he was trying to clown somebody and connect the whiteness of his eyes with his shirt or something. He never proved his point, and that's what people are not getting with this doctrine. People that believe it are not proving it. They're just repeating and regurgitating the same camp doctrine. I say camp doctrine because camps are the only groups that are pushing this lie. If you don't know what it means, just keep your mouth shut, because then I see this silliness, and people literally, because people believe this because nobody is checking on things. They just shake their heads. Yeah, it sounds good, it sounds great, but nobody is doing any research. But that's what we do here. We do research. We use precepts as it is written. Now let's start with his beginning point. He went to Genesis 25 and 25. Now we are going to dissect this the way it's supposed to be. And the first came out red, of course, all over like a hairy garment. So it's telling you what this redness is like, so you don't run away and come up with your own what it's like, which is what the majority of people do. And they call his name Esau. So what we have to do is use precepts to figure out how this redness is likened unto a hairy garment. This is very basic in ABC 1, 2, 3. It has nothing to do with Satan and Revelation, anything in Revelation. It has nothing to do with that. Absolutely nothing. So we have to use precepts to figure out how this redness is likened unto a hairy garment. I'm just repeating myself because this basic, beyond basic precept is just blasted off in so many different and unnecessary directions. Now, the same man that wrote this put you in the proper position to gain the understanding of this. Exodus 36 and 19. And he made a covering for the tent of ram skins dyed red. Notice how the precept is actually directed towards the foundational precept. We have the ram skins, which is your hairy garment, because rams are hairy. I don't know why this is so just difficult. And it's dyed red. All we have left to do is figure out how this is related to Esau. I don't know why this is so hard. I don't even think it's hard at this point. I just think people want to be exalted up. So they just want you to believe what they discover rather than what the book is talking about. All we have left to do is figure out how this ram skin, which is dyed red, keyword dyed red, relates to Esau at the time of his birth, and see if we get a skin complexion. Now I'm going to read this somewhat slower than usual because again, this is so difficult for people. But Isaiah 63 starting at the top. Now it says, who is this that comes from Edom? Remember, that's who we're talking about. We're talking about Esau, Edom, with dyed garments. I see how I'm staying in the same context, in a straight line from Bozrah. Now Bozrah is Edom's land, having nothing to do with Europe or the Americas. It's clearly showing Bozrah. I'm not making this up. This is not my priest. I know people want to blame me for reading. Okay. This that is glorious in his apparel. Apparel is a key word. You'll see. Traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Question. Wherefore are you red in your apparel? See, the apparel is red. And your garments, remember, red all over like a hairy garment, like him that treads in the wine fat. All I'm doing is reading. It's revealed. It's being revealed before your eyes. You're going to see if this has anything to do with some goddamn skin color, okay? I have trodden the wine press alone, and of the people there was none with me. Here we go. For I will tread them, the them is Edom, in my anger. Anger, okay? And trample them, Edom, in my fury. Notice anger and fury. This is all red terminology. And their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments. That's the red all over like a hairy garment understanding right there. And I will stain all my raiment. It's right before your eyes. All I did was read. I didn't make anything up. This is not my doctrine. This has nothing to do with my, me. This is as is written. If you don't like what's being revealed, then you don't like the Bible. That's what this is talking about. At the time of Esau's birth, he was prophesied to be destroyed. What people hate to understand is that these boys were twins. It directly says that they are twins. It says that for a reason. They look alike, born at the same time, having done zero good or evil. Yet one of them was prophesied to have everlasting life, and the other one was prophesied to be, we just read about, to be uprooted, killed, destroyed in the anger and wrath of the Most High. That's the difference between the twins. He said some silly bullshit about it described one twin because one was different from everybody. No, it described one twin being red all over like a hairy garment because that one twin was prophesied to have death, destruction. Jacob, that contradicts Jacob having the covenant and everlasting life. That's the difference between the twins. Life and death. Therefore, conclusion, Buddy feels like he proved that Europeans are Edomites. He feels like he proved it. But in actuality, in reality that we live in, as it is written in the book, he never factually proved it. His feelings are zero. So far,
Doctrine of man, zero.
Now, our second point of contention, like a hairy garment, means like Satan, instead of just being like a hairy garment, like it actually says, as it is written. You have to dig out like a hairy garment, remove it, and just say red all over like Satan. You have to literally change the word. If it says like a hairy garment, then you follow that line. You don't go and run to the end of the book where it mentions Satan. That's error. And our final point of contention is Edom, quote unquote, became different nations in Revelation 17. Edom's not in Revelation 17. Okay, I can't go there to prove something that's not there. He could have just simply went there and showed what he was thinking about, but since he didn't go there, I'm not going to put words in his mouth and bear false witness like basically he's doing. So I can't go there to disprove it when I don't know what he was talking about. So But I know from reading that and studying that chapter, it's not talking about what he's talking about. It's talking about Babylon falling, and well, unless he's talking about the context where Edom and Babylon had a union, then therefore he's right. But they didn't become Babylon, which is what he's expressed out of his own mouth. So that's really it. You heard it from the horse's grill, the camp doctrine, and now you've seen it, not heard it. I show it as it is written, the truth. Edomites are not Europeans. Genesis 25 and 25 does not prove that. People feel like it proves that, but it factually does not prove that. So that's all, and that's it till next time as it is written, and I'm out.
Doctrine of man, 0.
Supreme victory.